Yes.
Let's learn together. Okay, so I mean, there are so many things I want to ask with this.
Feel free.
Okay, the way you're answering the questions, I cannot feel free. It's like, um, let me say it, let me not say it.
Okay, let me get back to let me say it's mood.
Hey,
Yes, I'm here.
you understand? Okay, so what's the most cliche thing you've ever heard about sex growing up? The most cliche thing. Just obia can. Obia.
You never get over your first sex or something. You never get over the first person you had sex with, like the person that
You
took
never
away.
get over the one who broke your virginity.
Yes.
Oh.
Did you get over him?
Sharp.
You don't even remember his name.
I don't.
I know.
Sharply. Like the moment it was that.
I mean, it's hard. I understand, but then I think eventually you get over them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I also understand I also understand it from that perspective because, what's your thought on being a virgin and keeping it till marriage?
There is a probability that you have a failed marriage.
Okay.
Yes. You see, I've mentioned this earlier. Sex is an important part of a relationship, marriage. That's basically the reason why, yes, people come together for recreation.
Yes.
And then it's not just recreation. You're not just coming to do ta-ta-ta and then you come in her and then she gives birth. She wants to enjoy it. There are things that I've learned, all of that. So if you guys don't get to know whether you are compatible on that level, I've heard stories where someone would say, "Oh, you're cool if you're not." Yes, and
I know you have said this already, but I have asked that because I want to make a little twist in this conversation with it and put you in a very tight corner. That's why I have re-asked the question.
Okay.
Because our religion teaches us that you should get married a virgin. Right.
What religion?
Whatever religion it is, but most religions, be it Christianity, Islamic, they are teaching you to keep yourself for your husband. Keep yourself holy. The Bible says that your body is the temple of the Lord. So you are not allowed to have extra things get into your body until the man that has paid to have you or is now your husband lawfully, then it belongs to him.
But then
now here's the case that we want to try and certify before we do. So how then do we respect religion and
if I had my way, the Bible, the Quran, all those books will be rewritten
according to our generation?
Yes. You see, am I sound funny?
Yes.
But then let's bring this to reality.
Mm-hmm.
The people that wrote it in their era. Yes, and then it is about things that were happening over there. It's different. They didn't know about Wache.
They didn't know
over
technology.
There. Yes, there was no Instagram during Adam's time. Yes. You see, a lot have changed. So if we are going to live in their era, with no disrespect to the religious guys watching or whatever, but then I think that the world has changed and there are things that we can't continue doing because there are people that have married virgins and then it didn't work.
Yes, how about that?
Yes,
good question.
They married virgins in the church, pastors blessed the wedding and then it didn't work. And then there are people that tried and then they are 40 years down. So how about that? Okay. So what we are looking for is what would work for us. So if you going in a virgin would work for you, if you are sure about that, that is fine. But then I wouldn't advise my niece or my friend or anybody that I care about to want to take a chance with something like that. Make sure that what you are going into, you are going to be happy.
Okay.
At least you are going to be happy.
happy.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that being said, let's move quickly into our issue for today. So usually on the podcast, what I do is that I ask people to send in their issues they probably want to share.
Okay.
Then my guest and I will discuss it, and then people on the comment sessions will also give their advice and all. So today I have something really very short. Honestly, I've had this since the beginning of the dark room, but I've never had the perfect timing to say it.
Okay.
But since today we are talking about sex, the dark room podcast, we say we are talking about everything. And since today we are talking about relationship, intimacy, sex, and responsibility, let me just read it. So it goes like, "Her ladyship, I have a big problem and I don't know what to do about it. I don't know if you talk about relationships, but I will make my story very short. I believe I am an addict, and it feels like when we talk about addiction, people associate it with drinking and smoking. But I am addicted to sex, anything in skets." Hey, this feels like it's rhyming. I am addicted to sex.
Anything in skirt. Okay.
Anything in skirt. But in fact, if I am being totally honest, I will say anything that has a hole. Anything that has a home. And I have tried and tried again to overcome it. I just cannot control myself, especially when there is a lady in front of me. I have lost a lot of friendships being friends with girls. I have lost a lot of that because I didn't have self-control. You know how girls can be all around boys, hugging you and touching you and all. It gets to a point where I can't control myself and I try forcing it. And most time it ends me in a situation where the girl is either pissed or I have my way with her and she's pissed anyways, and I lose my friendship with them. I really, really want to stop, but I don't know how. And there is no enough information about sex addiction in the world.
I haven't searched, so I can't be sure of that.
This is our
It's from a male
problem for the day.
Okay.
Our issue for the day. And once again, yes, I am saying here we are all guilty. Okra, what you are doing in that dark room.
Okra addicts. Or no cry addicts.
Hey, now, well, please, we are not judging anyone here. But okay, that is our situation for today. And what's your thoughts on the story?
It's a tough one. First off, there are a lot of people like him out there.
Yeah, I also think so.
You see, we just wouldn't want to admit. But then not just guys, girls.
Yeah,
I have a lot of friends and I talk to a lot of people, so I know these things happen. And as to whether it's, should I say, curable, that I don't know. But let me come to the advice part.
Okay.
You see, so he mentioned that it gets to a point where he has to lose friendships because
of that.
That is extreme.
Yeah.
Because whatever it is, the person would have to consent to it. So if the person hasn't, then it's actually disrespectful. No matter whether you end up having your way or not, it's disrespectful to even try because the person was all around you or the person was overly friendly with you. So I think that is the part where I would want him to try and then control. If you are having random sex or continuing sex with people that are consenting, as long as you are protecting yourself and then you take responsibility should anything happen, to me that's fine.
Okay.
Yes, but then to the extent that you'd have to involve people that maybe are just in for a platonic relationship and then you end up wanting to nail them, I mean, that's the point where I would want him to try and control himself.
Yeah.
There is something we call discipline. You see, there's something in Twi that they say, what do I not doing right being well? I don't know how to translate that into English, but then it's basically easy for me to say that he should develop discipline.
actually doing it.
Ask me if I'm disciplining myself.
I know, right?
Yes, I mean, it's just think about the number of times you decided to start some small push-ups or small exercises in your room. How consistent were you able to do it? That's how hard discipline is.
Yeah.
So not judging him, but then I think it's possible. If it's having bad effects on him, it's possible for him to sit back and then analyze that, okay, this is the type of man I want to be. If he's okay with being the man that is eating everything, that's fine. But then maybe I'm the type of man that I would want to be with one woman, or I would want to be respected. I wouldn't want to be called a womanizer. Then that should be your motivation to make sure that, okay, I am staying directly, I'm staying true to this path that I've chosen. It's hard, definitely hard. I mean,
nah, but as a person, you know, there is also this statement that when a tree is wet or a stick is wet, that is when you can make it straight. But when it's dried, if you try to make it straight, I don't know if I'm saying it right. If you try to make it straight, then you break it.
You break it, yes.
In this case, he's no more a kid that we are now trying to talk him. He's a full-grown adult. And from the look of things, it only becomes a problem when it's something he's been doing over and over and over again, which means it's a cycle and he's used to it. Now, such a person, how do you get them out of a cycle they are already used to?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that it's him.
So like the discipline, how do you become
nobody can do it for him. It's just him himself saying that, sitting back, okay, analyzing who he has been, where he wants to go. Clearly, he would like to change from it.
Yeah, clearly.
Yes. So where does he want to go? Who does he want to be from now on? After realizing that I am an addict, what do I want to do now? So okay, I want to be a one woman man. I have a beautiful girlfriend and I want to stay with her. I've made it clear, and then let me mention it again. It wouldn't be easy. It wouldn't be easy, because right when your girlfriend leaves, your friend Akosia will come, and then you see Akosia's ass, and you know,
and you're feeling benze.
Definitely. So first off, he would have to make sure that he stays away from temptations.
Okay.
I mean, if you don't go to the kitchen, you wouldn't eat the cookie.
So he should try as much as possible to limit the number of female friends he has around him.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So stay away from the kitchen if you don't want to eat the cookie. Basically.
Yes.
Stay in the hall.
Stay away from the kitchen if you don't want to eat the cookie.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Stay in the hall.
Yes.
And also, I think that he can also try to not be in a space that is a private space where he's just with the girl, especially a lady that is not his girlfriend.
Yes.
So as much as possible, all his meetings should be in public spaces where other people are there, so that you don't put yourself in a situation like that.
Definitely.
And also having to do with the way you text. I know that most times these days when we are texting, most of us, our texts end up going in, I don't know how the texts manage to go in a different direction. Just say, if you are not hard, you don't go baby for just
when you bet in a draw.
Yeah, make sure. If you're not hard on like going a certain part, it's what do we call it in our generation? What do we call it? Sexting. Yeah, because it feels like we overly romanticize and intimize. And your word. But anyway, but you understand what I mean? Like, we overly make everything about that, and you don't even have conversations in a straight line anymore. So I think as much as possible, he should try to avoid that. But did you realize that he also mentioned that, in fact, anything that has a hole?
Well, yes.
Because it wasn't just the skits. There was a mention that, in fact, anything that has a hole.
Yes. So even this camera, I think there's a hole.
And a ring light, you know.
Yeah.
but
that is ambiguous, very ambiguous, and your whole be any room. Yes, that's yes. And you will be an
Because it's keeping my mind in, you know, where we are now and how things are moving.
Yeah.
And this idea of same sex and all that can be together. I don't know if that's the kind of holes he means, which means that as a male he's also attracted to males.
Males. Yeah.
I don't know if that is it, but regardless, all the discipline is the same, whether a male hole or a female
hole. It's basically just discipline.
And I also think that it's psychological. What do you think?
It could be. We should ask our psychologist. Yes.
First of all, it's in the head before it manifests the body.
And you see, it's something with almost all men. You get it. For men, society do not judge us when you have plenty sex. I mean, you're actually named a champion when.
And I have tried to wrap my head around this, and I can't. Why is it that when a man have it with 100 ladies, he's like applauded for? Yeah. A woman, if you have it with three people per you are HOE.
Yeah.
Say HEO.
It's a man's world. It's a man. It's a man's world. That's what James Blunt said. Well, it's something I don't understand myself, but then it is what it is. And
I think we need to have a part 2 of this conversation to delve more into why it's allowed for men to. I mean, I think the general.
I'll gladly do it. Yes.
Yeah, we are all human beings, but it's like certain things. Yeah, men are allowed and women are not allowed.
There are things that women are allowed to do, men are not allowed to.
Like what?
Cry.
It's true.
Yes.
It's true. Wait there, 1 point. 1 point for the boys. 1 point for the guys. Very true.
It's a whole lot.
Which actually costs a lot of guys a lot.
Yes.
Because guys end up
have to bottle all of it up in you, and then
because the moment you share it, it's like you are seen as weak.
Yes.
Why should
you see, even by the closest of people, the people that are supposed to be okay seeing you at your weakest points would see you cry, even complain about something, and then they think that, oh, on your guy, that bear so kasa. Yeah.
That is very true. That's very true. Well, to the gentleman that you have brought your story, every day I say it. Thank you guys so much for finding my page a safe space to share all your stories. And I can imagine how difficult it is for you to even type something like this to a stranger you don't know. So thank you so much for the trust. I absolutely appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and my page is open for more. And all that we have said, we understand that it's not going to be easy at all for you to discipline yourself, because trust me, we are all very indisciplined.
Yes.
But you can start from somewhere, and definitely you will get to.
It won't happen overnight.
It wouldn't happen overnight. Yeah.
Eventually.
Okay. So all too soon.
Our time is up.
I can't believe it, because I feel like we've just done 30 minutes, but it's like we've done like an hour or something. Producer, is my time up?
Is our time up? Give us 10 more minutes. Thank you.
Give us 10 more minutes, because I have a very serious. I hope you don't have any question to ask me.
Do I?
Okay. Do you have a girlfriend?
Really? At the end of the conversation?
Yes, that's what we want to use and wrap up, because you.
Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. Our time is up.
I was it 10 minutes. I was it your time is up. Debbie, we are not wrapping up. Do you have a girlfriend?
Yes, I do. A beautiful one.
Aww.
Yeah.
You are. Please, more China black and white picture, mama. The first man in the history of men to say that I have a girlfriend. Almost all the men in Ghana say I don't have a girlfriend. I'm not in a relationship.
Yeah.
The girls say I'm in a relationship. Into girls, no, who are we dating?
Probably yourselves. We're dating Jesus.
Dating Jesus. Anyways, LKay, thank you so much for making it.
For having me.
Yes, it's been a wonderful and insightful conversation. I have one last question to ask you before we finally say bye-bye to the cameras, but I don't know how to ask the question without feeling tense. You understand?
Feel free.
But let's wrap it up. What's your favorite position? What's your favorite position?
7
7 day.
position.
There's a position called 7.
What are you talking about? I'm talking about football. I mean, like number 7 position.
Say number 7 is 0.
Yeah, I'm a striker, so yes.
Oh, guys, so this is for the adults only, and for those who know, you know. He says he's.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, a striker is your one time into the goalpost. Okay, guys, thank you so much once again. It was the Dark Room Podcast with me, HER-LADYSHIP, and today my ever interesting and exciting guest is LKay, and he says he's a public relationship officer, and you can find him across all social media platforms at what?
Felix AJ Jr. on Instagram, and then
Felix AJ Jr. That took you by rapture.
Yes, I'm not. I'm not a big fan of socials, so
For
yes.
socials, yeah.
Yeah, but then I'm on
If
Instagram.
someone wants to like reach you out, how do they do that?
My number, they should contact you. You have my number.
They should contact me, right?
She's my newly appointed PA.
Please, so all the girls that you admire.
The girls.
I do mistake. Yay, I do mistake. Yay,
The
I'm
girls.
sorry.
I might break up with my girlfriend.
Hey.
It happens. Oh.
Please, if anything is happening to you privately, don't involve me in the dark room. We were not here. So thank you so much once again. Guys, please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel at HER-LADYSHIP and enjoy all the conversations. We're definitely going to have a part 2 of this. So you know what? You can leave your comments and your questions below down in my comment sections. I'll compile all of them and we will have a continuation of this. Until then, stay safe, protect yourself, and please be responsible. My name is HER-LADYSHIP and it's bye for now. Bye.
Bye.